when you turn on the volume in Zoom, after they tell you they cannot hear, it's very important to say one important thing. What is that? You haven't missed anything. Only the opening prayer, okay? Yeah, and that you know already. This is, can you make it lower still?
Yes.
Yeah, this is too much.
Whether it will reflect or the last one.
Apparently the last one is remaining. इतना ठीक है, बस है. Enough, go away, enough. Yeah. So, Vivekachudamani, attributed to Adi Shankara. There are many Adi Shankara holics who think Adi Shankara did not write this at all. They say it is attributed to him, but stylistically there are things that are different, and we can nitpick. We can just try to analyze and all that. But then that would just be an academic exercise in Vedanta. Vedanta is not for academia, and if you use Vedanta for academia, what happens? Academentia results. Okay? Vedanta is not for academics. What is it for? Moksha. Vedanta is for moksha, not academics. And so therefore we use this. We are not interested in when it was really written and who wrote it and all that. Certain things are not Adi Shankara, we know, but this is in the grey zone, neither here nor there. But it is a very beautiful text, and it is been ratified by all the acharyas, Sringeri Acharya and the Kanchi Periyava, the previous acharya, previous acharya wrote a commentary. In fact, we will be referring to that as to the extent that it is possible. And if they are taking it seriously, so should we, because because of parampara, we have this, shraddha of going according to how the previous acharyas have dealt with this. And it's somebody's magnum opus. Some Shankaracharya, either Adi Shankaracharya or some other Shankaracharya's magnum opus. 580 verses. Right there along with the Bhagavad Gita comes second, And 580 verses is not a small thing to compose. Huge it is. It's not easy to compose. And unlike other prakarana granthas, and I'll shortly talk about what a prakarana grantha is and how we define it, etc. And so unlike other prakarana granthas, this one is much more musical, poetic, and comes in many, many meters. Whereas Bhagavad Gita is only in 2 meters, and then what else? Aparokshanubhuti 1 meter all the time, Atma Bodha also 1 meter, Drigdrishya Viveka 1 meter, Advaita Makaranda also 1 meter. Here there are 4 different kinds of meters. And that kind of gives the, shows us the range of the person's knowledge and shows us the range of how to put certain verses in certain meters. And sometimes it's not accidental. Sometimes just like the Bhagavad Gita, when it comes in Trishtup meter, you have to wake up because some important verses are given there. Here also there is, it's like very beautiful poetry. So if you put Tattva Bodha in a blender, okay, and make it very liquid and poetic and beautiful, it is called now Vivekachudamani. So some of the topics are similar, but some of them are different in the sense it goes much deeper into certain topics. In Tattva Bodha, for example, Annamaya Kosha, all these koshas were just done in half a page, it was finished. Here it will be dealt with very, very elaborately. Each kosha, why it is wrong, what is the mistake, how to get out of the mistake. Each kosha is dealt with extremely elaborately. That's one difference. And so even in these works called prakarana granthas, first we have primary granthas. What are the primary granthas? Prasthana Traya. Prasthana Traya. And what does that include? Yes, Brahma Sutra. This is Prasthana Trayi or Prasthana Traya. Alright. So then based on that there are Prakarana Granthas. There are Prakarana Granthas that explain more in detail the Bhagavad Gita, more in detail Brahma Sutra, more in detail the Upanishads. Usually the Prakarana Granthas stick with the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita, but there are some advanced Prakarana Granthas. Prakarana means that which is dealing with a topic in a systematic way. In an extremely systematic way, that which deals with the topic. Systematic means first, what are the requirements, who is the audience, and what is the subject matter, and then how is the subject matter connected to the audience, and what is the phala. Phala means the result of the study. So this is called Anubandha Chatushtaya. Vishaya, topic, and then Adhikari, audience, and then Vishaya, Adhikari, Prayojana. What is the use? Why? What will I get out of this? Because I need to know what will I get out of this if I study this. And then finally, Sambandha. What is the connection between hunger and banana prasad in the temple? Okay? There must be connection. If there is no connection, why eat the banana? The banana fills up the hunger. So there is a direct connection. So here also, the between the Shastra which is unfolding the text and the Adhikari and the Prayojana, some connection must be there. And what is the Prayojana? Prayojana, of course, is moksha. So between the Adhikari, which is the Mumukshu, Jigyasu, and the Prayojana, which is moksha, what is the connection? That the study is the connection. The adhyayana of the text is the sambandha. So then between the text and the moksha, we have pratipadaka, pratipadya sambandha. The shastra is pratipadaka, it teaches, and the shastra teaches, and the prayojana comes after assimilating the shastra. So pratipadya, pratipadaka sambandha, like that. And so like this is sambandha. Then adhikari, who is the audience? Shall we take Vivekachudamani and start shouting out the verses loud on the Ganga, whatever, especially near the Pani Puri stands? Shall we do that? We can, but what is the use? Who will come? Who will be interested? Already they think we are slightly mad. Now they will be completely convinced that we are totally insane. So who is the adhikari? The one who is endowed with shama, dama, uparati, titiksha, etc., etc. That is the adhikari. That also is there. And then adhikari, vishaya. What is the vishaya? The vishaya is param brahma as atma. Vishaya is always the same. Vishaya means Brahman as myself. That is the Vishaya. The vision of Vedanta, the vision of oneness is the Vishaya. Adhikari, myself, the one who is endowed with all the qualifications to be able to stay in ashram and study. Vishaya, Adhikari, and then Prayojana. What for are we doing this? To miss sleep. Yeah. What for are we missing sleep? For moksha. Okay. So that is the prayojana. Prayojana is the cessation of samsara. The cessation, the immediate cessation of samsara. It's not that I study now and maybe in the afterlife samsara may go, may not go. We have to see. No. Immediate cessation of samsara. First, in order to sell this, I have to first say, what is samsara? What is samsara? Anything you don't want is samsara. A life of sickening becoming always something. What is that? Becoming rich, becoming famous, becoming more acceptable to yourself, becoming more acceptable to others, becoming approvable, becoming worthy of validation. All these things, becoming rich, becoming learned, How much will you become? Is any amount of becoming enough? Never. Becoming is never enough. And so, in fact, in one word, becoming is very unbecoming. And so, this is samsara. It gets tiring after a while. Having to prove yourself is very, very tiring. And what does Vedanta say? You are that which does not need any proof, that you are acceptable, that you are approvable, that you are the best, east or west, is not something that needs proof at all. It does not need proof. It is a self proven I whose nature is already there. Whose nature is already there, as free and fulfilled. And so there is nothing to do, no more to do this, no more to strive, no more to do anything. This is already said. And so the question is to relax and discover. That is this prayojana. So between the prayojana and the shastra, what is there? If I keep the shastra, the Vivekachudamani under my pillow, next morning I have moksha, right? I'm close to the shastra, or I keep it on the chest and put one band around the body and tie it to my chest, right in the heart space. The book is. Maybe I even open it to a very important set of verses and put it like that. Will moksha come? No, moksha will not come. Why will it not come? It will not come because the sambandha between the vishaya, the subject matter, and the prayojana is that it has to be, it is the shastra has to be seen as that which unfolds. Pratipadaka, the unfolder. So the shastra has to unfold, and in order to unfold, what do I have to do? I have to be in a place where that unfoldment will happen in the mind. The mind has to not look like a house that has not been cleaned in 3 years. Yeah. Full of, what is that called? Those cobwebs. And then, all kinds of things. Like that American show. There is one show. Sometimes, people just keep on buying things, and in one small house they had piled so much. And then they have to call this TV crew to clean everything out. And they found the pet cat which was missing for 3 days, trapped in between 2 boxes, somewhere in the back room. So like that. So if the house is like that, then you can't even appreciate it. Similarly, if the mind is like that, it cannot appreciate. If the antakarana is like that, it cannot appreciate Vedanta. Therefore, for Vedanta, we have to make room. This is where the thing comes. So this is a very important prakarana grantha. No 3-year course is without it. And very beautiful prakarana grantha, and very easy to understand also. Very beautifully written, easy to understand. And there is something about poetry. Even if it is, some prakarana granthas are in prose, like Tattva Bodha. And then Atma Kaha, we can say. And then we can say Sthula Sharirat, Anyaha, Sukshma Sharirat, Anyaha, Karana Sharirat, Anyaha. We can sit and say that. But here, in a very lilting, poetic way, it is somehow very easy to assimilate. If Tattva Bodha is a platter of fruits, Vivekachudamani is a smoothie. Yeah. Easily it goes in, Fruit means you have to cut, you have to do this, some effort is involved. Here it is already a smoothie. And so that's why it is highly, highly regarded, and it is not considered an advanced prakarana grantha. What is an advanced prakarana grantha? That which unfolds Brahma Sutra. There is one Vaiyasikya Nyayamala, written by Swami Vidyaranya, author of Panchadashi. Vaiyasikya Nyayamala. So Vyasa wrote this Brahma Sutra. So Nyayamala, Ratnamala also it is called. So because it's called Nyaya Prasthana, the Brahma Sutra is called Nyaya Prasthana, Bhagavad Gita is called Smriti Prasthana, and then Upanishad is called Shruti Prasthana. So Nyaya Prasthana, Nyayamala. So he has written so many verses about the Brahma Sutras. Very, very beautiful, very, very difficult. And if you haven't studied Brahma Sutra, you cannot study Vaiyasikya Nyayamala. Not easy. Okay. And then the so that would be like an advanced prakarana grantha. What do we have here? We have a medium-sized prakarana grantha which really goes into detail about all the systematic ways in which Vedanta Shastra is unfolded. And this unfoldment, according to the ancient ways, what is the how do we begin? We always begin with a prayer, and that prayer is for Guru and God and in one. And it also, because you see the verse, anybody who is very skilled in the Shastra will not write, oh, this is just a prayer for Guru. First prayer for God, then next prayer for Guru, next prayer for the Shastra itself. You can do that, nothing wrong. But the beauty of the author shines when all this is accomplished into one. The whole thing is accomplished into one. The Guru is lauded, Bhagavan is lauded. Guru is in fact none other than Bhagavan. At least the Gurus of previous times. Because there was, what is that? Those are all, I would say that they are an endangered species, really. Because in the olden days, there was so much, both on the part of the Gurus and on the part of the Shishyas, there was so much Vairagya practiced. There was a lived Vairagya. And here we are all in Swami Dayananda ashram in the lap of luxury. Really, best food comes. And if slightly anything is wrong, we can't handle it, We have to complain immediately. Though this is not going okay, I can't handle this, I want something else. So in those days, it wasn't like that. You just put a deer skin of a naturally, deer naturally that has gone to God. You don't kill it. So after it is skinned, you see, after it has died a natural death, that deer you take, you just put, that is your cushion. That's all. And then maybe you're doing japa, your hand gets tired, so there is a little stand for the hand. That's all it is. And this is what we do. And it was much more difficult in those days to travel, much more difficult to teach in these various climates and everything. But then there is a bhadrata. Bhadrata means the auspiciousness, which we do not have in Kali Yuga. Neither the teachers nor the students, really. We haven't lived that life. I think that Pujya Swamiji, and before him, like Swami Shivananda, etc., were the last, Tapovanji Maharaj, all these people, those were the last examples of that. Because we haven't sat by the riverside day and night and done tapas. Very few people are still doing that. And then so therefore, the prakarana granthas, etc., written by these Mahanubhavas, they carry the fruits of those tapas that we have not been and will never be able to do because of our fuss bodies, Yeah. Sit for 5 minutes and backache. Yeah. But still we are gaining the knowledge. How? Because of the bhadrata, the auspiciousness of the parampara, and because of the compassion of all the gurus, we stand. We stand, even though we impersonate the gurus and we impersonate the students of yore. We still continue the parampara. Why? Because their tireless efforts in writing and teaching words like this keep us going, really. Keep us really, really going. And in this way, the Vivekachudamani has the power to alter one's life if one will allow it. Even in a different way than Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads. Of course, the Upanishads is transformative. The Bhagavad Gita is also very transformative. But here, what happens is that there is a atmiyata, there is an intimacy in the way this text unfolds. There is an intimacy, there is a kind of a connection. Very beautiful. And the title is what? Vivekachudamani. Viveka, everybody knows what it means. What does it mean? Discrimination. Yes. Discrimination between what and what? Nitya and Anitya. Very good. Not between coffee and tea. Nitya and Anitya, Viveka. Nitya, Nitya, Vastu Viveka. So the Viveka really here means that it has three components we have to look at. When we look at Viveka deeply, it has three components. And one is the Viveka Shakti itself, the Shakti to discriminate. It is latent in everybody. Everybody has the Shakti to discriminate, right? Yeah. Shakti of discrimination, discernment is very much there. And then the second meaning of Viveka is the actual operation of the discrimination. What is the use if the Shakti is there? And then I have to choose between, how to put this now? I have to choose between an apple and a piece of chocolate cake. All right? I know the chocolate cake is not good for me. There have been 5 birthdays in a row. And I have already had 4 or 5 cakes already. And the stomach is protesting. It's saying, please be kind to me. What are you doing? What are you putting here? I'm hungry. And then what? Apple is there. And then also what else is there? Cake is there. I know that if I eat cake, then I will have ache. See silent. What ache? Stomach ache. I know that very well. Why? Because yesterday's anubhava was like that. Yesterday's experience was like that. So then what should I go for? Apple. Because it's wholesome, it is a fruit, it will not harm me, it will also stave off the hunger till dinner time or whatever it is I can tell. The Viveka Shakti is there or not? It is there. Yet what do I decide to do? Finished. I inhale the cake. All right? Before the Shakti can talk. So the operating Shakti is called, so one is Viveka Shakti, then it is Viveka Kriya. Viveka Kriya. The operation of this Shakti, because the Shakti is there in everybody. I know this is good for me. But then what do? Things that is not at all good for me. I am always drawn to what is not good. Pujya Swamiji's favorite joke. What would it be? Everything in life is not fair. Nothing in life is fair. Why? Because everything I love is either illegal or immoral, yeah, or has too many calories. It is fattening. Life is not fair. So, Viveka Shakti has to be converted to what? Viveka Kriya. And then the product of that operation of the Viveka Shakti is called Viveka Jnanam. This is why the Vivekachudamani excels, because in all these meanings will be discussed here. What is this Viveka Shakti? Between what and what I have to have Viveka, and then how to activate this Shakti into converting it into what? Kriya. So when the Shakti becomes Kriya, and then there is Viveka Jnanam, then I don't even need to use the discrimination, because the discrimination leads to what? Jnanam. That Jnanam has internalized in myself. I have assimilated this knowledge. In all these three ways, the word Viveka is going to be used. Root verb which. Don't ask which root verb, okay? That is what is the root verb? Which. which, Viveka. Choho kuhu. That's the sutra. The chakara becomes kakara under certain circumstances. And then, so this is Viveka. And then what is the next word? Chudamani. Chuda. Chuda means head. Chuda is head. And mani is jewel, gem, head gem, which the ladies wear in Rajasthan. What do they wear? This big thing here. Chuda. Chudamani here. And when you look at a person's face, what do you see first? You see that? That's why it is prominent. So a text where the Viveka is the ornament. Because for a Vedantin, what is a Vedantin? The one who is not Vedant out is a Vedantin. Okay? You have to be in Vedanta, that is Vedantin. So for this Vedantin, these are the ornaments. Viveka is the Chuda because it comes first. Even before Vairagya, Viveka has to come. Even though they are twins, but still Viveka was born first. And then Vairagya comes. Even 5-minute difference may be there, but Viveka was born first. So if Viveka is Chuda, Chudamani, then Vairagya will be the nose ornament, Shamadama will be the earrings, Uparati Titiksha will be the necklace, and then Shraddha Samadhanam will be the bangles. This is a person adorned in all the Alankara, Abhushanam. What is Abhushanam? Jewelry of Vedanta. Vedantic jewelry. This is what it is. So Viveka being the first and being the most important, this is what has to happen. This has to be totally understood and internalized. So the first verse, again, it does a lot of things. That's why it is very nuanced and very deep. Let us look at it. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tama Gocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham together. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tama Gocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Pranataha Asmi. Pranataha Asmi Aham. I remain saluting. Pranataha Asmi. I remain surrendered. He says, who says? Shankaracharya says to Govinda. Govindam Pranatosmiham. And then everything that is in we have to see, which is the second case. Govindam, Paramanandam, Sadgurum. 3 words, which is the object of the surrender. Who is the subject? Aham here. Aham is the subject. And what are the object? The object is the Sadguru, whose name is Govinda, you can say. Or you can say Govinda, who is Lord Krishna. Gobhihi vindate yaha. Govinda, the one who is found in words. What is that? What is found through words? Knowledge, moksha is found through words. So one who is moksha swarupa. Paramatma is found through words, is understood through the words, Shastra, Pramana. So, this is Govinda, this is also the name of Adi Shankara's Guru, Govinda Bhagavat Pada. So it's that Govinda. And then at the same time it is Lord Krishna who is found through words of Vedanta Shastra. It is also that Govinda. So many Govindas, so little time, right? Yeah. At least 2 Govindas are here. And the word Go means many, many things. In Sanskritam, it means earth, it means cow. Here it means words. Gobhihi vindate yaha. So the one who is found in the words of Vedanta, that Paramatma, who is also what? Govinda Bhagavat Pada, my Sadguru. Always it is taught to see the teacher as Brahman until one can see oneself as Brahman. To see the teacher as Brahman, to see the teacher as Bhagavan means that I don't focus on their personality. The Guru will have a personality, but it is badhita, sublated. Guru may laugh, Guru may cry, Guru may talk a certain way. All that may be very endearing and wonderful. That can all be enjoyed. Nothing wrong. But we see the teacher as not the personality but the person, that who I strive to become, who I not even become, I strive to understand as the truth of myself. So the personality is dropped in looking at the teacher, and only the person, the Purusha, Bhagavan is appreciated. The invariable I appreciate in the teacher, and when I appreciate the invariable in the teacher, it teaches me how to appreciate the invariable in myself. That's what I have to do. Because what do I focus on otherwise? Always the variable. I don't like myself, I don't like my hair. First, I should have hair in order to not like it. So many things are here in there. So, we always focus on the variable. We focus on what is not good, what is not good. Yeah, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like how I talk, I don't like how I walk, I don't like what I have, I don't like what I don't have. This is what is obsessive. Totally obsessed with this, isn't it? So now I have to change that. And then so here is a chance. I learn to look at that through in this person where I place my trust to redeem me from my own wrong notions. I place the trust in the Guru to be able to unfold the Shastra so that I am rescued from my wrong notions about the I. But if I start looking at all the wrong notions in the Guru, it's not going to get me very far. Oh, I don't know, I don't like how they sit, I don't like how they stand. You can't say I don't like how they dress because they're all in orange. So that is that you don't have to worry about. But so many things one can say. I don't like how they walk, I don't like how they talk. They are not looking at me, they are looking at somebody else. All these problems are there. So I have to just elevate myself extricate myself from that orientation, and then be able to look at the invariable, which is the Purusha, which I want to understand as the truth of myself. The truth of the Guru and the truth of the Shishya is one. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomadvat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. I worship Dakshinamurti. Who is this Dakshinamurti? Who is the Adi Guru? Who has cut away the differences between Shishya, Guru, Ishvara, no difference at all. And that is where here Sadgurum Pranataha Asmi. Govindam Pranataha Asmi. First Govinda. And then who is this Govinda? Not a crying Govinda. Yeah. Yeah, I hear in the Shastra, we are all Ananda. You are also Ananda, I am also Ananda. Who will feel like going to such a Guru? Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. The knower of Brahman is Brahman. So therefore, That knowledge is not just a heady knowledge. It is there in every pore of one's being. One lives that knowledge because that knowledge is not separate from oneself. That's why it is called self-knowledge, because it is unfolding the whole entire self. How can you be away from it? That's why I said I began this talk with academic Vedanta. Academic Vedanta is not good. Why? Because this is where we'll miss the vision. If you miss the vision, what will there be? Only division. That's all will be. It will be a vision of division. So therefore here the Shraddha comes in, because he says Pranataha Asmi, I remain saluted even though I have the ability to write this text and I have gained the knowledge, I still remain saluted. Amazing. Really, really amazing. And then who is this Govinda? Paramananda. Paramananda means it is Param and it is Ananda, the one who is the embodiment of Bhagavan, Paramatma. The Paramatma's Ananda. We are going to be studying what? Ananda Mimamsa. And the Mimamsa stops with Hiranyagarbha. Why? Because that is, up till then you can count, and up till then there is limitation. After that it is what? Limitless Ananda. Paramananda means limitless Ananda, the one who enjoys, the one who is the epitome and the incarnation of limitless Ananda, Govinda, Paramananda. Why did he put Paramananda? Because look at the next word, Sadguru. If you write Sadguru in English, that's why he put Paramananda. He knew this English language will come and people will mistake. Sadguru means it's not just any guru. A guru that teaches you about Sad Brahma, Satchidananda Atma, that guru. The guru for whom the subject matter for the Upadesha is what? Sat. Why? Because Sadeva Somya Idamagre Asit, that which was before, that which is right now, that which will continue to be. That Sat, the one who unfolds, this is Pranataha Asmi. And then, what is this, what is this, what is the rest of the verse says? First is, Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmi Aham. That's the second line. And now the subject matter is talked about in the first line. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta. Siddhanta here means Tatparya. Tatparya means commitment. What is the commitment of the Upanishads, the Vedanta Shastra?
So there is only one.
Yeah.
Let us know that there is only
Yes, to make you know that you are one with everything. There is no everything, there is only you. There is only one. Ekameva Sat, Advitiyam Sat, non-dually one. That is the commitment of Vedanta. That is also the commitment of Bhagavad Gita. All the Prasthanatrayas, that is the commitment. So we have to see where the commitment is. Leading up to the commitment, there may be many avantara vakyas. Avantara means secondary vakyas may be there. But that's not the commitment. What is the commitment of Vedanta? Annadvaif prajaf prajayante. That is not the commitment. People come from food. Do you need, people are sustained by food. People go back to food. Do you need Vedanta to teach you that? All you need to do is do one fast, and then very fast. That's why it's called fast. Very fast you will know that what is keeping you alive is food. You don't need Vedanta for that. Similarly, one professor was there, in Pujya Swamiji's time, and then he was asked, what is the, chant some important verses of the Bhagavad, your favorite and most important verses of the Bhagavad Gita. Tata shvetair yukte mahati sandane sthitau. Like that he started to chant from the first chapter, which has nothing to do with anything at all. White horses are tied to this chariot, and then Panchajanyam Hrishikeshaha, and then all these, Devadattam Dhananjaya, the names of conch shells. What is this? Is it like a quiz? What is the name of each one's conch shell? Is that going to help you to understand that oneness? No. So here, Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta means when you cull the Tatparya, when you cull that committed vision, the vision that Vedanta Shastra is committed to reveal, that is what, Sarva Vedanta Shastra Gochara. Gochara here again means that which is understandable, that which is unfoldable, that which is assimilable. Through what? Through all the Shastras only. Why? Because the Shastras itself become a pramana. See how heavy this verse is. So nuanced. Shastras are the pramana because the Shastras are revealing. Only through Shastra I can understand, not through Shirshasana, not through tapas, not through standing on one leg, not through having a tantrum. The vision of Vedanta comes. The vision of Vedanta comes only through Shastra. Why? Because the next one says, Tam agocharam. Itself is not objectifiable. Itself means what? Self. The self, which is the subject matter of Vedanta Shastra, can it be objectified? Say no, so we can move on. No, it is not an object. It is the content, the truth of the very subject who is trying to look for it. So one is looking for something which is really not there as an object. But you can't say it doesn't exist. It exists, but it is not there to be objectified by any means of knowledge that I enjoy. I operate. So what do I operate? 5 pratyaksha pramanas, that is one. And then anumana, inference, 1-step inference, arthapatti, second, 2 more than 1-step inference. And then what else is there? Upama, not what is given for breakfast, okay? Yeah. Upama means comparisons. So you have to have 2 entities for comparison. How many Brahmans are there? 1. What can Brahman be compared with? Nothing. Why? Because it's the only thing that there is. So Upama goes, 5 pratyaksha pramanas go, because it cannot be objectified through ears, eyes, nose, nothing. Sense of smell, sense of hearing, nothing. Sense of touch. Yattadadrekshyamadgrahyam agotram avarnam apanipadam. Mundakopanishad will tell that. It cannot see, it is not an object of sight, it cannot hear, it is not an object of hearing. And so it is that which makes you hear, it that which blesses you to see, but itself is free of all this. This is the idea. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta. Siddhanta means the commitment of all the Vedanta. Gocharam. That which is derived from the Vedanta Shastra. Because it's not available for objectification. It's not available for inference. That's why we never say Vedanta is scientific. Because science operates on inference. Vedanta is not opposed to science because each pramana operates differently. So Vedanta is never opposed to science, we can say that, but it is not scientific. So then, Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam. Why? Itself agocharam. Itself you cannot stumble on this knowledge. The stumbler is the one who needs to be known. You cannot suddenly intuit the knowledge. It's the nature of the intuiter, if there is a word like that. It's the nature of the one who intuits. So the only way, right from verse number 1, we know the only way is to seek a guru, go sit in front of the guru and gain this knowledge, because itself is agochara. You see the pun there? Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam. There is an alliteration. Then Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Why am I saluted? Because the knowledge does not come by itself. If I read the Upanishads, what will happen? I will get a migraine. That's the correct answer. That is whole, this is whole, from the whole you take away the whole, and what remains is a big hole in my head. Okay? Not possible. So, therefore, because I and my own infrastructure of the antahkarana comes in the way of assimilating the knowledge. Even you may have the best translation, you may have the best book, and let's say I have the best book and I start reading. Chandogya 6th chapter. Tattvamasi. You are one with everything, and that one thing is Sat, and that Sat was there even before this whole thing. This Jagat was Sat, and now that Sat is now in the form of this Jagat, which is you, which is Ishvara, which is everything, which is one. Tattvamasi. What will I say? No, not possible. Next. That's why people come and say, I have studied Kathopanishad, I have studied Kenopanishad, I have studied Mundakopanishad, I have studied Mandukyopanishad, I have studied this Upanishad, that Upanishad. Okay, now what? Nothing worked, so I started a business. Okay, Tathastu, Shubhamastu, that's what you have to say. It doesn't work because that's not how it should be studied. Adi Shankara himself warns in one of the bhashyas, what is that? Panditopi स्वातंत्रेण आत्मान्वेषणं न कुर्यात्. Shastrajñopi, not Panditopi, Shastrajñopi, even if you know the Shastra, here meaning you know the Vedas and you know how to read Sanskrit. Swatantriyena, by yourself, do not delve into the subject matter of Atma Vichara, self-analysis, because nothing will come. Because one has a low opinion of oneself, and only that will be regurgitated and rehashed if you read it by oneself. So the centrality of the teacher is talked about right in the front, right in the beginning. So then we are going to skip the next verse and go to the one after that. Verse number 3, in the PDF I sent you. Durlabham trayamevaitat Daivanugraha hetukam Manusyatvam mumukshutvam Mahapurusha samshrayah. Together. Durlabham trayamevaitat Daivanugraha hetukam Manusyatvam mumukshutvam Mahapurusha samshrayah. 3 things are very difficult to get. Durlabham, dukkhena labhyate. That which is gained with difficulty. Dukkha here is not sorrow, it is difficulty, kashtena. That which is gained with difficulty, what is there? Trayam etat. These 3 things are gained with difficulty. And the causation of getting these 3 things is Daiva Anugraha Hetukam. Hetukam means it is caused by Daiva Anugraha, the grace of Ishvara. Grace of Ishvara, don't think Ishvara is dispensing grace like lotion. Okay, this one, that one, not this one, not that one. No. Grace here means the punya that you yourself have earned through various other lifetimes. Otherwise, one cannot even come inside an ashram, let alone sit here and study. It's not possible to even be here. You bring some people, you can drag the horse to the water, they say, you can't make it to drink. So you drag somebody here and they say, I'm going to reform you. I want you to study Vedanta. And who is this person? Pickpocket. Yeah. You drag a pickpocket to satsang. And the teacher says, okay, everybody close your eyes. Pickpocket says, great, where are their watches, where are their iPhones, where are their things, let me just make off with them. Pickpocket is not interested. Why? The karma has to fructify. Maybe not in this life, maybe in some other life. The life in which it fructifies, that is called Daivanugraha. That is Devanugraha. No, then why not say just punya because it is earned by me, that punya fructified and I am here. Because if you say that, then it would have two problems. One is there would be a hubris. Me, my punya. Yeah, it's nothing to do with you. It's my punya. I'm here because of my punya. Right? Already there is so much agency, wrongly ascribed agency, kartrutvam. So here, and that is why it is wrong, first reason. Second reason is it's not really due to your punya. Your punya is there. Maybe you gave away $10 billion in some lifetime, right? But then, what are you doing? You're still not enjoying anything. Why? Because that great Bhagavan is the one who gift wraps the punya and then says, catch, here it is for this lifetime, these wonderful things you will unpack, or they will unpack. It's a combination lock suitcase. It itself unfolds and unlocks from time to time. So, it's Ishvara is karma phala data. Whose karma? Your own karma, not the neighbor's karma, your own karma. Your own karma, Ishvara will unfold. So therefore it is Daivanugraha Hetukam. The Hetu for which is Devasya Anugraha. So this is the idea. Three things are very difficult to get. So now this is very, what is that? Cliffhanger. We are on the edge of the seat. Okay, what are these three things? All of them start with M. There is one, what is that? Candy called M&M. Yeah. And this one is M&M. 3 M's. First one is human birth. Manushyatvam. Humanity. Human birth. Manushya Janma. Human birth. And then we'll go into each one detail, but right now let us list them. Manushyatvam. And there are so many Manushyas. The population is always of the Manushyas is increasing. So many Manushyas are there. And then that's not enough. The what else is needed? What is the second M? Mumukshutva. The desire to be free. From what? This life of becoming. What else? This life of becoming, ultimately becoming mad. This is the life of becoming. Becoming insane through this striving. This life of becoming, from this alone I need freedom. So, Manushyatvam. And then, knowing that I suffer from a sense of bondage for which I'd like to be, from which I would like to be free, that is Mumukshutvam. All abstract nouns, the Tvam, Tvatalau, there is one sutra, so Tva, and then Ta. Tva will become, Manushyatvam will become a neuter noun, Manushyata, same thing. When you add Ta, it becomes a feminine noun. That's the only difference. Mumukshuta, you can say, or you can say, hello. Mumukshutvam. Yes, Abba, finally. Mumukshutvam or Mumukshuta. Manushyatvam or Manushyata. And then the third M is what? Mahapurusha Samshraya. Mahapurusha is Sadguru here, not Sadguru. Okay? Sadguru. Yeah, Mahapurusha Samshraya, taking refuge in the teaching, in the teacher. These three things are difficult to gain without Bhagavan's intervention. T-Bell has intervened now. Alright, so we will see the rest of it tomorrow. How, why, what is so important about these three things, we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. That's it. This will go well with tea. Tomorrow Gita class is in the morning. And then 10:15. 4 o'clock Sanskrit, 10:15 Upanishad class. 10:15 is Upanishad class. Shambhavi.
So many sweets.
Some days it is like that, isn't it? When is Aurelie coming? Not coming. You have to go. Okay.
Everywhere.
What?
There is a cheetah. There's a cheetah.
There was.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, but it's
But it is not from our.
But it's at the same time. Oh, Mom. Somebody turn off the light and fan before you go.
Can we just put this inside here?
Put. Do whatever you want. I have another class which I will take from inside. Oh.